Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your 2022. How many times can I mispronounce a year? Okay. Welcome to your 2022 love reading. I hope you're doing well. I hope so far this year has been treating you well. Um, you'll notice if you've watched the general readings, this will end up being a little bit of a different format. The general readings ended up being kind of major events to look forward to in 2022, whereas these love readings I'm doing month to month, one card per month. I'm cutting the deck, drawing cards. I use the middle card and the bottom card, which I will show you what I mean when we get there. It's a little bit different than I've seen most other readers do, especially when they cut the deck. But I find it's a way that really works for me. So let's see, what do we have for Aquarius in love in 2022? One more time here. And then, okay, Aquarius, where am I cutting your deck? There. Okay. This is the card that I find for the middle of your deck. That's just what I use, but we will swing back around to this. I'm doing your month first. We've got January, February. Wow. March. Wow, you guys, this is awesome. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Holy moly. 4 majors, you guys. 4 majors. I think that's 6. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. And then your middle of the deck card was the Pillar. And in this deck, which is the Weaver's Tarot by Threads of Fate, Journeyer Edition, for anyone interested, the Pillar in this deck is the Empress. That is very interesting. The middle of the deck I kind of find to be a driving force energy. What influences the bottom of the deck energy, which is kind of the heart of the matter, an overarching energy for the whole year. So the Hermit, there might be a lot of introspection going on. There could be a dark night of the soul, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be alone, right? The Pillar here, the Empress, says to me that because you want your abundance, your self-worth, I feel like you want to feel worth other people and worth someone in a relationship. And that's just the energy that's coming through. I'm not saying you're not, because I firmly believe that you are. I feel like you're going inside and you're doing a lot of inner work, which is very admirable. It really is. A lot of times people get afraid of doing the work, so they just decide why bother. I don't feel this here. I feel there's actively a lot of work being put into who you are, how you're perceived, how you want people to perceive you, and also a lot of work in feeling like you deserve what's come to you. I do get the feeling that some of you feel as though you don't deserve a person or people around you. Again, I feel like that's just not true. But we're starting off January here with Conqueror of Wands energy. Conquerors in this deck are the Knights, so this is Knight of Wands energy. It feels like seeking fulfillment, which is interesting. It's a little bit of an intense energy, especially because it's also Wands energy. It's passion, movement, action, that sort of thing. This could be as basic as you're just going out and have a good time physically. This could be a little bit more in depth, whereas you're just seeking passion in life, seeking fulfillment, seeking energy, but it does have a sense of movement. And I do feel for the first few months, you are insanely happy with whatever arrangement you've got going on. February, we have 10 of Cups, which is happiness. It is fulfillment. It's completion in a cycle, right? It's family. It's people surrounding you. So I feel like if you're already in a relationship, excuse me, you're having fun and you're insanely happy. And this extends forth into March as well with the Sun card. And I feel like even if you're single, if you're just dating, I feel like you're happy with whatever that is too. Even if you've just got like a friends with benefits, again, it just feels like happiness. Um, the Sun card is fire energy. It is success, joy, and clarity. And it kind of almost feels with that clarity comes a change in direction because in April we have the Conqueror of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords to me is the knight that sets his sights on a goal and goes after them relentlessly. Knight of Wands, I wouldn't say relentlessly. There's a lot of passion I feel initially, but Knight of Wands, I always kind of feel as though if it doesn't immediately work out, that knight is just kind of like, okay, well, no point in continuing to try. I'll just go do something else that will fulfill me better. Whereas Knight of Swords has more of an energy of setting the sights on the goal and making sure they achieve it. Even if it doesn't end up being the outcome that they were hoping for, they're still going forward. Because it's swords, it could also be communication. So you might be communicating with someone new or people, like just new people in general, but it almost feels just like a change in direction for life. Knight of Swords to me is often someone who has a bit of a change of lifestyle, which is something I'm going to draw cards on. Tell us more about this Conqueror of Swords, please. Temperance, first card that came out, which coincidentally is your May card. Under the deck, or sorry, the other card that came out was Queen of Pentacles. Under the deck is the King of Pentacles. So I feel almost as though you find a person and that's who you set your sights on, almost. That's the direction you start moving towards, which is really interesting. And I say interesting because, like, it obviously there's the feeling here that you're not unhappy with what you've already got going on. It almost feels as though you're having a moment and it's kind of like saying, how can this be better? Is almost what I'm feeling. And then you kind of have the idea of, well, this could be a little bit more peaceful, this could be a little bit more harmonious. And if this isn't a person you're moving towards, this Queen of Pentacles, it could be an energy that you're wanting to embody, someone who takes care of those in need, takes care of their tribe. It's very supportive and nurturing, and just generally very beautiful. So it's kind of like you set your sights on attaining this goal, and you actually do move into the temperance energy in May. And when that comes, like you find your peace, you find your harmony, you've done the alchemy and you've embodied this energy, or maybe you've gotten with this person, and then you get to June and it's kind of a feeling of, well, now what? With this Seven of Cups, now what do I do? If you're single, this very well might just be like, yeah, I've been happy up till now, but maybe I kind of want something a little different, and you move towards the temperance and you get that and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to date. But if you're already with someone, it's kind of just wanting to keep things alive, I feel. Not saying that things are dying, but more like you want to make sure things stay interesting. So you go through all of your options and you try to pick something, and there's maybe just a little bit of confusion in what to go with. For anyone who is single and like you're going back out to date. It could be a little bit of daydreaming of what type of person exactly you want to be with. But however it happens, in July you have the Six of Wands, which is success. There's like that's basically the card. It's positive attention. It's achieving your goals. And then again, we just have a feeling of okay, so now what? With the Three of Coins. Um, Three of Coins is building, it's community, it's trying, it's building stability. I feel like it's the beginning stages because the fours are stable. Four of Coins would be stable. The three feels more like charting your future, almost. I feel as though I need to pull cards on this combined energy. Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, Three of Coins. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Page of Cups and the Devil. And the Star, Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords. Underneath this Eight of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords. So it's almost as though you're continuing to work on the same goal, even though it has the feeling of achieving it, right? It almost feels like with this Page of Cups and the Devil, just a feeling of, well, it might be done, but it doesn't feel good enough. There still has to be more, right? There's more that we can do. So there's like the Star and the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Swords, which says, well, this is kind of what I'm looking for. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. The Nine of Cups is like wishing, like these two cards together feels like a very strong wish. Not even necessarily manifestation, just, oh, well, I would really love this. I'm really hoping for this. I'm really wishing for this. And the Ace of Swords is kind of like, oh, well, I guess I could do it this way. It's like an idea of how to actually put this into action. So the Three of Coins feels as though it's facilitating that plan, right? Or at least starting to help it gain traction. And then we come across the World, and the Hierophant, and the Five of Coins, and the Four of Wands. It's such an interesting end of the year. The World can represent moving. So if you've been wanting to move, this could be your month. It also represents the ending of cycles. A new cycle starting. So it's almost followed by the Hierophant. It gives me the impression that there's an evolution coming in your relationship or the way you view relationships. Now that you've done all of this work, it's almost as though you see things in a new light. I'm wondering if the Hierophant involves another person. Very well could. And it could even just be this person that you're trying to move forward with. Because again, they have that Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The cards that come out, the Magician, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and Strength. If by this point you're not in a relationship, I feel like you are manifesting one and you're trying to move away from the Nine of Pentacles energy, trying to move away from, I feel like, this having fun, this friends with benefit energy, because you finally feel ready to tackle commitment, is the feeling that I'm getting. So it almost feels like when you get to that point, when you're trying, I feel, to start learning about it, if you've never done it before, like if you've just been having fun and you're friends with benefits and that's all you've ever really wanted to take things, you get to that point and you're like, okay, so how do you actually do this? And there's almost a feeling of setting your expectations really high. So when it comes to this 5 of coins, it's being a little disappointed with the way things are working out, I want to say. Now, what is this 5 of coins? Oh. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. If it really just kind of does feel like a struggle with I want to say keeping it in your pants. I know this isn't going to apply to all of you, but these 2 cards, it's kind of what it feels like, because again, that 3 of coins is stability. It's building stability, it's community, it's the people surrounding you. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it feels like trying to rein it in is making you feel lonely, almost. More on this 5 of coins, please. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's just, it feels like trying to change your traditions, trying to change the way you view things, your long-standing beliefs, and it's just, it makes you feel a little isolated, because it almost feels like you see all these other people being happy, and you know that you can be happy too in here. So you're trying to watch how other people do things. You're trying to learn how other people do things. And it's just, I don't know. I get the feeling that it's a little bit more like self-imposed, I guess. Whatever this feeling of lack is, it's because it definitely feels tied to that Hermit card up at the front there, bottom of the deck card, the Dark Night of the Soul energy, the thing that you have to conquer. And I do see you working through it, because December ends up being the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is often known as the wish card, the 1111 card, a card of marriage and commitment, but also a card of freedom, setting yourself free. So it's, I feel like it's setting yourself free from this lack mindset, like whatever it is you're working through. I almost wonder if you look back and you're just like, but I don't know, I was kind of happy where I was, you know? This is a very interesting reading, Aquarius. Very interesting. What is this for? Wands. I want to know that too. Cups. Justice at the bottom of the deck. It's justice to me has a feel of karma. It's setting the scales into balance. And King of Swords feels like a person. It could finally be meeting the person that ticks off your list. Is what I'm feeling. I want more with this Four of Wands, please. Yeah. Queen of Wands. It feels like a re-injection of that passion that you really loved and you really were looking forward to, that you really enveloped yourself in. And then when you decided you wanted this new, it almost feels as though you thought it was lacking, which I think is, it kind of slowly builds up to that, where you're looking at things and you're seeing things like, yeah, you've done all the inner work and you've put a lot of time and effort into this, but the feeling of lack is the feeling of connection, the feeling of passion and excitement and love and compassion, I guess. It's an interesting feeling, an interesting reading. Honestly, not even relationships notwithstanding, relationship status notwithstanding, it feels more like there's a lot of inner work going on this year that influences your relationships, influences the way you look at relationships and how things move forward. I'm going to get you some oracle cards. Spirit Animal Oracle for Aquarius in love for 2022, please. You got 3. You've got Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. And I really do feel like that absolutely just hits the nail on the head for this reading. Really pinpoints everything that's here. Like, you're looking for love and it's right there. You're trying to better yourself and everything. I'm sorry, I hit the camera. So you take what you already know and turn it into actionable lessons and wisdom and things like that. And Rhino Spirit just says you overcome whatever's holding you back. Moonology for Aquarius in love for 2022, please. Again, you got to believe in the impossible, blue moon, and full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So if you feel like this work is too difficult, not able to be achieved, I think you'll be proven wrong. And I think like the passion you're looking for is going to come through. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for Aquarius in love for 2022, please. I like this. The Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. So that honestly feels really great. It also does give me the impression that those of you who are looking for sex, there's going to be a lot of it. And I was feeling that anyway, especially with this Knight of Wands energy, the 10 of Cups and the Sun. Like, I feel like whatever lifestyle you're leading, you really enjoy it already, but it's kind of just a feeling of something's missing. You want just a little bit more, and I think that's what you're going to be looking for this year. Honestly, I think most of you are even going to find it. So if that's the case, awesome. I'm very happy for you. I wish you all the best of luck. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I did already do the general readings, so those are up if you'd like to see them. And otherwise, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.